Hello, hello, hello. How are you doing today? Thank you so much for joining me today for a little live video. Hopefully, if you've been enjoying the sunshine, particularly if you are in the UK, and we've got a final glimpse into, finally, we've got a glimpse into a bit of proper summer. So I hope you're enjoying that. So today we're going to talk about what to do with your movement practice when you are on holiday, which can be a real challenge if it's something that you want to keep up the momentum with when obviously you're on holiday and relaxing. So we'll talk about that in just a moment. If you are watching, please do give me a little thumbs up or a little heart to let me know you're out there. I'm happy to answer any questions if you pop them in the comments. And if you're watching on catch up, please do comment as well. Let me know that you watched the video and give me a little thumbs up and a little heart as well. So I really appreciate it. So when you go on holiday, so you've got your regular practice maintained. It's whatever that means to you. Maybe you've got a little 20 minutes that you do most mornings before you start work, or perhaps it's something that you do regularly 3 times a week. You finish your work and then you come home, or you switch your computer off and you've got a regular online class that you attend perhaps. Or perhaps even if you haven't got such a regular schedule, for example, but you've got into real good routine of getting your regular movement practice in when you have that spare bit of time. So whichever one of those it is, everyone's got their own type of regular practice. And then, you want to maintain this when you go on holiday because it's making your body feel amazing. It's making you feel really positive as well. Movement obviously can have a real positive effect on our mindset as well. So we don't want to lose that. So trying to keep it going on holiday is something that can be really motivating. However, I feel like a lot of us can go into our holidays with the best of intentions. I know I have. I've been really convinced that I'm going to keep everything going, particularly it's only 30 minutes. I'll be able to squeeze that in, no problem at all. And actually, when you get on holiday, something changes. You haven't got your regular routine anymore. You haven't got the usual cues. You haven't got the usual surroundings. Perhaps you're stuck in a much smaller space than usual, or perhaps you're more closer quarters with people than you normally would be, so there's not so much space or privacy, for example. So it can actually be a bit of a challenge. And on top of this, obviously, when we go on holiday, no matter what the good intentions are when we go away, we just want to relax, obviously. Maybe that means having a glass of wine at lunchtime or a couple of extra scoops of gelato that really fills you up, but it tastes so good. Maybe you're staying awake much later than your usual bedtime to catch up with your loved ones. Whatever it is, that kind of thing can really jeopardize getting in your movement practice. If you go away for work, for example, perhaps you're not going to be so much in the relaxation mindset, but you might be in a new place and you want to take an opportunity to explore if you get the chance after you finish your working day, or perhaps socialize with some new colleagues or people that you've met on the trip. So the last thing you're going to be thinking about is going back to your hotel room to do a movement practice, right? So what if you want to, though, still manage to balance all of this and keep a little bit of something going? You've been doing your movement practice and you know that it makes your body feel great. Perhaps it's got you out of some pain. Perhaps it's keeping you from getting into pain. So it's good to try and think about what exercises you do that are the absolute non-negotiables. Is it a particular muscle energy technique or two that releases your hips really well, or your shoulders perhaps, or perhaps relaxes your neck, or just makes your low back feel good? Perhaps it's your Pilates class that gives you that core activation to really keep your spine nice and stable and keep your and to stop your low back feeling niggly, for example. Find out whatever it is and just have that to hand, basically. So make sure it's something that takes no longer than 5 minutes so that it's an absolute no-brainer. So whenever you have 5 minutes, whether that be when you get up after you've had a nice lie-in because you're on holiday, or perhaps at the end of the day before you go out for dinner, or perhaps if you're on a staycation, maybe you're still at home, but your routine's a little bit different because you're taking a break from work. Find that 5 minutes and squeeze it in, but you know it's only 5 minutes. You're just going to do it and get it done, and it's just going to help keep up the momentum, keep up that consistency. So although you're not doing your usual practice, whatever that is, because you're keeping going with just a tiny little bit each day, then when you come back to regular practice after your break, then you know you'll be able to dive right back into it. If you are thinking about something dance related, for example, maybe you're going away but you've got an event soon after your trip that you need to keep things fresh for, I would recommend just having the music for your choreography or your dance handy on your phone, so you can just stick it on, run it through 5 minutes quickly once a day. Don't even think about it apart from that. I recommend the holiday isn't the time necessarily for trying to refine the details. If you're going to be busy and out and about doing things, catching up with people, exploring the area, but you can just have it on your phone ready to go when you've just got 5 minutes at any point when you're in between doing things. And what if you are going on holiday and you do not want to do any of this at all? Well, I say don't worry about it. That's, I think after all of this difficult time that we've had, the last 18 months has been crazy for all of us, and obviously it's not really changing that much in the future, even though things are starting to open up. I think that yeah, we're still not out of the woods yet, that's for sure. So it's all lots of uncertainty and stuff at the moment. So we need to take care of ourselves and take any opportunity to relax and restore and rejuvenate. So do whatever your body needs. If that is just forgetting about your movement practice entirely and switching off from everything, then please do it for sure. I just recommend making a little plan for when you come back, knowing when you're going to get back into the practice, and also just knowing, particularly if you've had a long break, that to build it up easily. So if you've been doing something fairly fairly strong, for example, you might not want to go back into a strong practice for your first one back, no matter how enthusiastic you are about getting back into things. So that's my little tip for today. Just plan and make sure that your practice is, well, understand that your practice is not going to be the same as it is when you are at home. Yeah, it's probably going to be a little bit different. In fact, I recommend you make it a little bit different. Make it shorter, make it easier, make it a complete no-brainer to do. And then that way you will do it. And that way you've kept up the consistency, you've kept up the little bit of movement, movement nourishment that your body really needs. However, you're not putting yourself under any stress or any worry to try and get your usual practice in. Hopefully that made sense. If you've got any questions, please do let me know. Thank you very much if you've watched all the way through. I would love it if you would give me a little thumbs up or a little heart if you enjoyed this, and leave me a little comment if you found this interesting or if you've got anything you'd like to add or any questions. I've popped a link in the comments to my mailing list. I have done for you a free short video that you can take on a holiday with you to help you with this. So if you're not sure what your exercises are that really you need to do for your body, then do this video, because it's really nice to mobilize your spine, give you a little bit of core activation, and it's only 6 minutes long. So follow that link and you can get your hands on that video. You can bookmark it on your phone and take it with you. So that's it for me today. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Take care. Big love.